Episode 1.
You were all getting screwed. Day after day, month after month, the corporate criminals are going to keep merging your companies and firing you to make bigger and bigger profits. Every time a company buys another company, the bodies fall like leaves. I mean, that's how they justify the purchase price. And that's how they keep having record quarter after record quarter of earnings growth. And I'll tell you this much. You and I didn't create a financial crisis or jam home mortgages that could never be paid back. We didn't merge all the banks, say oops when they collapsed, and take bailout dough to pay bonuses. No, the corporate criminals and their buddies in Congress did that. We could still be having a good run in this country. I don't know. But they decided that their share wasn't enough. They took it all. And when arrogance and greed go to war with integrity and reason, there are no longer two sides to argue. It isn't civility to play along with intolerance. That's apathy. And that ain't me. We know they don't care. And they don't want to care. The only right thing to do is to hit them where they feel it. Banging on their net worth. And we can't cave. This is rage. This is rage.
Story Plant Podcast presents This is Rage, a dramatic presentation based on the novel by Ken Goldstein.
They say you should leave the past in the past. Especially when that past involves your heart being broken in so many pieces you can't even utter the word love for almost 2 decades. I know I probably should have left Kimo Balthazar in my distant past. Yes, you heard me right. I, Sylvia Normandy, still a member in good standing of the Ohio and California State Bar Associations, am actually admitting to the fact that I fell in love. Hard, if we're keeping score. With talk radio's most irritating, denigrating, and polarizing figure. And no, I'm not a masochist. My self-image is quite healthy, thank you. Balthazar wasn't always all bluster and provocation. I mean, he was definitely that back then, but he had it aimed at a particular target. Corporate criminals and corrupt politicians. And he actually cared. Really cared. About the little guy. The little guy. And me. I got to hear a Kimo Balthazar you never heard on the radio. And when I stopped hearing that version, I was gone. Years later, his name would come up in casual conversation about one notorious exploit or another, and I'd simply keep my thoughts to myself. Maybe that's how it should have stayed. The people who exit Balthazar's orbit usually stay exited. And for good reason. But then, this thing happened. And I was convinced that the company where I played out my life as a general counsel needed him. Heck, the nation needed him. And okay, maybe I needed him. Ironically, it never would have happened if he hadn't recently flamed out so royally.
Where's your big star talent, producer Lee Creighton? You're on after the break.
Well, you're the program director. Isn't it your job to get him here?
You didn't answer my question.
Check the margarita bar next door. Early happy hour with free quesadillas. Oh, he likes the one with jalapenos.
Don't joke with me, board runner. We're not friends. You're a glorified call screener. I'm your boss. You and Balthazar have a contract with the station owner. It wasn't my idea. You put up numbers, or you're gone. Just give a reason, and I'll pull the plug.
Ooh, you're a big-time professional, no question, Miss Stiller. So is Kimo. He'll be here. He almost never misses a slot.
He better not. Your track record stinks. In case I haven't mentioned it, you and Balthazar are on an extended audition. That's my deal.
Oh, that's the first time you've mentioned that today.
Producer Lee Creighton, I'm in a mood. Be ready to bleep me. Fair warning.
No need for the warning, Kimo. I'm always on high alert.
San Jose, California. Dreams do die. What sin did I commit to be banished to this strip mall backwater?
You called our sponsor a mafia franchise with millions of people listening. Then you mooned our station manager when she suggested you not refer to our listeners as butt sniffers.
Who cares what I call them? Like she knew a damn thing about getting numbers. I'm the guy who gets numbers.
Right, the magnificent Kimo Balthazar. You're the guy who gets the numbers. You got them mornings in New York, and then you got fired. You got them afternoons in L.A., and then you got fired. You got them in San Antonio, Tulsa, and Tallahassee, until you got fired. Now you're trying to get them in San Jose. I wonder how this will turn out.
Sheila Stills. I didn't see you there. Not that you're easy to miss.
The name is Sherry Stiller Balthazar. Just like it was yesterday and the day before. Do your show and get the numbers. If not, I've got an idea for a Latin Top 40 format that definitely will. I'll be outside, evaluating.
Maybe I should leave her a little Latin Top 40 on her desk.
Get serious, Kimo Sabe. Look, I got major league child support payments. The ex will drag me back into court if I miss the next check by an hour.
Yeah, 3 decades together. You're still an ungrateful loser.
Yeah, 3 decades together and I'm still broke. Plus, you've got 2 ex-wives to my 1. Who's calling who a loser?
Line up the callers, Producer Lee Creighton. Talking to you does not pay the bills.
Just don't do anything to get us fired again, all right? We can live without big money. We can't live without any money.
Hey, I can be the Talkers Magazine comeback story of the year, old friend. Let me show you how a star stays a star.
Yeah, the only business more dead than radio right now was magazines. I look forward to learning from the master. All right, let's roll. All right, wild man. We're live in 3, 2...
Welcome, my loyal listeners. This is Rage. Latest Nielsen ratings after 1 month in this geek town. And guess who's number 1? Me. No matter where they flunk me, I'm always number 1. Enjoy me while I'm around, because I am on my way to bigger markets. You losers are stuck here. And for all you new loser listeners, here's how we play the game on This is Rage. We all know the system is rigged against you. The only way rich people get super rich, and the super rich get their own zip codes, is if they use you as fertilizer. Of course, you can't win, but you can at least go down fighting. So, if you get worked over at the office, I'm here to listen. You call me with a problem, I send you back to work with a solution. If your employer is ruining your life, I make payback time fun. I am the workplace wild man. Fair warning, don't bore me or my listeners. We have a very short attention span. Let's take our first caller. We have Eric from Burlingame. Welcome, Eric. This is Rage.
I just wanted to ask, there used to be a show at this time with windsurfing reports for the Bay. What happened to Cosmic George?
Well, no idea, Eric, but if you call our program director, Shauna Stillborn, I'm sure she'll let you know where he's buried. Meanwhile, if you want the weather, just walk outside. Next caller is Brother Mel from San Mateo. Welcome, Mel. This is Rage.
Kimo Balthazar. How about that? Local in Silicon Valley.
Whoa, turn down that radio, Brother Mel. All I'm hearing is noise.
Radio? No one has one of those anymore. You're streaming on my smartphone.
Oh, goody, the internet. The death of my art form. What do you got for me, Brother Mel?
I know you, dude. I used to listen to you in the early days when you started in Cleveland. I dig that rage.
Well, Brother Mel, if you're a long-time listener, you know rule number 1, be entertaining, or you go into the Bay with Eric.
Kimo, I'm a friend, not a foe. I remember when you used to expose those crooks at City Hall. We could always count on you to take down the man.
Oh, yeah. I got on the radar with that Justice for All stuff. Well, that was before I learned that stories of office torture drive much bigger numbers. Well, Brother Mel, you got a story here, or should I just move on?
When did you get so mean, Kimo? You got issues, man.
Okay, well, the only issue I have is a boring caller on the air, and that problem is now solved. We got Annabelle from Oakland. Welcome. This is Rage.
Thanks for taking my call, Kimo. I've been on the air with you before.
Oh, well, you sound a little tentative. Tell us something attention-grabbing from the East Bay.
You got me fired, Kimo?
Well, I got you fired. Well, that sounds like a punt. Tell the losers of Nowhere Land why you got canned.
Like I told you when I called the first time, I've been suggesting to my company that we need to focus on customer service. They didn't want to hear it.
Well, that sounds fuzzy, Annabelle. What's your gig?
Medical insurance claims. I process payments. I used to.
Oh, so you're one of those robot vacuums programmed to drain my out-of-pocket.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, well, so first you leave me to die in the voice response maze, and then when I ask for a pre-authorization, you put me on hold for an hour, and then you return and accidentally disconnect me. That's you, right?
Yes, it was. And I agree that the whole health insurance system wears you down, so I took your advice and I wrote a letter to my boss describing how we should treat our customers fairly.
Wait. I remember you. You're the go-to-the-doctor when you need it lady, right? Oh. Well, the boss didn't like your letter, huh?
Not one word. All of a sudden, we're having a routine layoff. Guess who made it to the top of the list? I have children, Kimo. I have to pay rent.
It's beautiful. They canned you for putting a note in the suggestion box. All right, tell me, can you share the name of the insurance company that dumped you for not being a robot? Oh, wait. Seriously? All right, I just heard from my program director, Shari Stuckup, that we can't name the company on the air in case it happens to be an advertiser. Really?
It doesn't matter. They're all the same. You ask for a pre-authorization. We tell you to get a doctor's referral. You call back with the referral. We say it's out of network. You insist the doctor's in network. We tell you the list is out of date. We tell you to call them, and they tell you to call us.
And you thought you could change all that with a memo. Aren't you the optimist?
You told me to do the right thing. I did what you said.
Yeah, do the right thing. That doesn't really sound like me. I'll have to play back the tape on that. The problem is, Annabelle, now you're in a fix, right? So why'd you call today?
I called because I need some help. You're supposed to be helping. You're not helping.
Hey, I do a radio show, okay? My job is to keep you from changing the channel, that's it.
Kimo, the words you say have consequences. People like me listen to what you say. You can't make the whole thing about ratings.
Right, you tell Susie Strung-Tight it's not about ratings. That's the only thing that keeps her from canning my ass, so I'm not you. But I tell you what, Annabelle, I think I will help you. In order to do that, though, we're going to need to play a little game. All right, you up for that?
I'm not exactly in the game-playing mood, Kimo.
Ah, sure you are. Here's how we play. To get you lawyered up, we need for that health insurance company to be revealed to the nation. And I don't want you to get in trouble, though. So I'll randomly say the name of an insurance company, and when I get it right, you cough. Was it Anthem?
Kimo, this is uncomfortable.
It's supposed to be. Was it Cigna? No cough. How about HealthNet?
Kimo, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't need my name dragged through the mud. I have to be able to go back to work.
Annabelle, you don't need another job. You need a settlement. A luscious 7-figure settlement. Now, they stuck it to you. You stick it to them. You tried to do something for the average person, and they dumped you. Who was it? Aetna? Come on, cough.
Okay, Kimo. I trust you. The insurance company that fired me...
Caller vaporized for damage control, Balthazar.
What?
Your buddy producer Lee Creighton? Yeah, he's a company man after all.
She made me do it, Kimo. I can't get her out of the booth. She threatened to fire the both of us.
Are you kidding me? You killed my on-air call right before the punchline?
I had no choice. Child support, Kimo Sabe.
Producer Lee Creighton. You were a jerk-off, dickweed, shit, coward, Cro-Magnon.
Kimo, open mic!
Oh, shalom. We'll be right back after this word from some insurance company that wants you dead.
We're clear.
You cut off the caller, but you left me live? That's radio homicide.
Boss, the monitor said on air. Come on, you know the routine.
Pack up, Balthazar. We'll finish the shift with Latin Top 40.
You're firing me over this? You know, I have a contract. You want me out, it's term payment in full.
Yeah, you just severed your contract. Those lovely parting words will keep you off the air for good. Not just in San Jose, it turns out, but everywhere.
Stephanie Staccato, or whatever her name was, had it right. That was it for Balthazar's latest gig. He tried to kick up some dirt, even tried